Mace Windu, one of the most formidable Jedi Masters in the Star Wars universe, is a character whose apparent demise in Revenge of the Sith continues to spark debate and intrigue among fans. Many speculate that his fall from the heights of Coruscant, after being betrayed by Anakin Skywalker and attacked by Emperor Palpatine, was not the end of his story. The question of his survival hinges on various factors: his unparalleled skill as a Jedi, the nature of the circumstances surrounding his fall, and the enduring narrative logic of the Star Wars saga. Mace Windu was no ordinary Jedi. He possessed mastery over Vapad, a lightsaber combat form that allowed him to channel his aggression into a controlled state, utilizing the opponent's dark side energy against them. This style, coupled with his intimate understanding of the Force, made him one of the most capable Jedi on the Council. It is worth considering that such an individual, who could rival the Sith Lords in combat, would not be so easily defeated, even under the dire circumstances of his fall. The scene of Mace Windu's presumed death plays out dramatically. After confronting Palpatine and discovering his identity as Darth Sidious, Windu engages him in a fierce lightsaber duel. With sheer skill, he disarms the Sith Lord and appears to have the upper hand. However, Anakin intervenes, betraying Windu by severing his arm. Palpatine then unleashes a torrent of Force lightning, sending Windu hurtling out of the shattered window and into the abyss of Coruscant's urban sprawl. This pivotal moment raises questions about Windu's fate. Despite the intensity of the Force lightning and the loss of his hand, it is plausible that Windu could have survived the fall. Jedi are known for their remarkable resilience and resourcefulness, particularly when using the Force. Instances of characters surviving seemingly insurmountable odds are numerous throughout Star Wars lore, and Windu's case might be no exception. The environment of Coruscant itself could have played a role in his survival. The city planet is a vast, multi-layered urban expanse with countless structures, vehicles, and platforms. A Jedi of Mace Windu's caliber might have been able to use the Force to slow his descent or navigate toward a safer landing. Other characters, such as Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi, have demonstrated similar feats during their missions on Coruscant, showcasing the plausibility of such a maneuver. Moreover, the narrative patterns within Star Wars often favor the survival of key characters under ambiguous circumstances. The saga is replete with moments where presumed deaths were later subverted, either for dramatic revelations or to explore further dimensions of a character's journey. Darth Maul's survival after being bisected in The Phantom Menace is one such example. His return, though initially improbable, allowed for deeper exploration of his character in the Clone Wars and Rebels. Similarly, Boba Fett, thought to have perished in the Sarlacc pit, re-emerged in The Mandalorian, providing rich storytelling opportunities. Mace Windu's survival could follow this tradition, offering new narrative threads and dynamics to the Star Wars universe. Adding to the argument for Windu's survival is the nature of his character. Mace Windu was a figure of immense determination and unyielding resolve. He was not one to give up easily, even when faced with overwhelming odds. These traits would likely have driven him to find a way to endure, using his formidable abilities to escape death. His survival would align with his personality and the Jedi philosophy of persistence and adaptability. Another intriguing aspect is the aftermath of his presumed death. The rise of the Empire and the fall of the Jedi Order would have left Windu in a world drastically changed from the one he knew. This upheaval could have forced him into hiding, as it did for other surviving Jedi like Yoda and Obi-Wan. Such a scenario would explain why Windu did not immediately reappear to challenge Palpatine or assist the Rebel Alliance. He may have been gravely injured, requiring time to recover, or he could have chosen a path of caution, waiting for the right moment to strike back. The emotional and psychological toll of his betrayal and defeat could also have played a significant role. Anakin's betrayal and the collapse of the Republic may have left Windu disillusioned or conflicted, further influencing his decision to remain hidden. This internal struggle would add depth to his character, exploring how a powerful Jedi copes with failure and loss. Windu's survival could also introduce new dynamics to the Star Wars saga. As a character with deep ties to the Jedi Order and its traditions, his presence in a post-Empire galaxy would raise compelling questions about the future of the Jedi. How would he react to Luke Skywalker's efforts to rebuild the Order? What would his relationship with other Force-sensitive individuals look like? These possibilities make a strong case for revisiting Windu's story. In conclusion, the notion of Mace Windu surviving his fall from the heights of Coruscant is not only plausible but also rich with storytelling potential. His unparalleled skills, the environmental factors of the city-planet, and the narrative traditions of Star Wars all support the idea that his journey might not have ended in Revenge of the Sith. Whether as a wounded survivor, a vengeful outcast, or a reclusive sage, Windu's survival could add significant depth and intrigue to the Star Wars universe, reaffirming the enduring legacy of one of its most iconic characters. Building on the foundation of Mace Windu's potential survival, let us delve further into the implications and practicalities of his continued existence. A key factor to consider is how he might have physically and emotionally recovered from the events that transpired. The loss of his hand and the impact of Palpatine's Force lightning would have inflicted severe injuries, but the Star Wars universe offers numerous examples of advanced medical technology and the healing power of the Force. Characters like Luke Skywalker and Anakin have both recovered from traumatic injuries, integrating prosthetics into their lives. It is reasonable to assume that a resourceful and determined Windu could do the same. Windu's mastery of the Force also opens the door to his survival. The Force is a tool of immense power, enabling its users to perform incredible feats. The ability to cushion falls, as seen with Jedi and Sith alike, is a plausible explanation for how Windu could have mitigated the potentially fatal effects of his descent. Moreover, the vast and layered urban sprawl of Coruscant could have provided opportunities for him to slow his fall by interacting with structures or landing on a platform far below. The question of why Windu would not immediately re-emerge to confront the rising empire is an intriguing one. The answer may lie in the context of the galaxy at that time. After Order 66, the Jedi were hunted to near extinction, with survivors forced into hiding to avoid detection by the Empire. Windu, being one of the most prominent figures of the Jedi Order, would likely have been a prime target for the Empire's Inquisitors. In such a scenario, his decision to remain in the shadows becomes not only understandable but also strategic. He may have sought to preserve his life and await an opportunity to strike back against the Sith. This period of hiding could have been marked by significant personal growth and transformation. The betrayal by Anakin Skywalker and the fall of the Republic were deeply personal blows to Windu. These events might have led him to question the rigid doctrines of the Jedi Order and explore new perspectives on the Force. Similar to how Yoda adapted to his exile on Dagobah, Windu's time in seclusion could have been a period of reflection and preparation. If Windu survived, his reappearance would carry immense narrative weight, especially in the context of later events in the Star Wars timeline. His knowledge of the Jedi Order, the Sith, and the political machinations of the galaxy would make him a valuable ally to the Rebel Alliance or other resistance movements. However, his survival would also raise questions about his role in the galaxy's future. Would he attempt to rebuild the Jedi Order, or would he follow a different path, perhaps seeking to correct the mistakes of the past? Another possibility is that Windu's survival would introduce a new layer of conflict to the Star Wars saga. As a character known for his strict adherence to the Jedi Code, Windu might clash with other Force users who adopted more flexible or unconventional approaches, such as Ahsoka Tano or even Luke Skywalker. These interactions could provide rich storytelling opportunities, exploring themes of redemption, legacy, and the evolving nature of the Jedi. Windu's survival could also lead to dramatic confrontations with figures from his past. A meeting with Darth Vader, the former Anakin Skywalker, would be particularly poignant. Such a confrontation could delve into the complex emotions of betrayal, regret, and responsibility, providing a powerful moment of character development for both individuals. Similarly, a reunion with Yoda or Obi-Wan Kenobi, if they were aware of his survival, would open up avenues to explore the dynamics between surviving Jedi and their differing approaches to the challenges of a galaxy under Imperial rule. Beyond the personal stakes, Mace Windu's return could have broader implications for the Star Wars universe. His unique perspective on the Force and his combat prowess would make him a formidable force in the fight against the Sith. Furthermore, his survival could inspire hope among those oppressed by the Empire, symbolizing the resilience and enduring legacy of the Jedi Order. Ultimately, The question of Mace Windu's survival is not just about the plausibility of his escape from death, but also about the potential for storytelling that it offers. His continued existence would enrich the Star Wars narrative, providing opportunities to explore themes of survival, adaptation, and redemption. As one of the most iconic Jedi, Windu's journey, whether as a warrior, mentor, or reclusive sage, would undoubtedly captivate audiences and add depth to the galaxy far, far away. In conclusion, the possibility of Mace Windu surviving his fall from the heights of Coruscant is supported by his exceptional abilities, the narrative traditions of the Star Wars saga, and the immense storytelling potential that his character holds. Whether through a calculated retreat, a period of recovery, or a transformative journey, Windu's survival would offer a compelling continuation to his story, honoring his legacy as one of the greatest Jedi Masters while enriching the ever-expanding Star Wars universe.